Hello, everybody. It's Henry. So, my coffee shop talk is going to be about not understanding individuals on TikTok. So, for the past month, I really took time to evaluate the live streams and talks and discussion of various amounts of different people around the world, and especially in the U.S., on different subject matter. You know, it's mind-boggling that you create a room for live chat and a subject matter, and then when you get people that want to come in there and discuss the subject matter or give you facts about the subject matter, the host of the live discussion either boots you, blocks you, or mutes you, or tells you to shut up, calls you names like douchebag, fascist, racist. All kinds of stuff comes out of their mouth. I'm mind-boggled that you want to have a live talk and have a discussion about things, but the room is overran by loudmouth, non-objective, single-minded, opinionated people that don't allow others to communicate, explain themselves, give you facts, make you fact-check things, or allow to speak. That is an authoritarian control. That is a person that don't have control. And it seems like TikTok has turned into a social site for people that have control issues or insecurities or problems with themselves. I've seen stuff on there from illegal, from abortion, politics, president, miscellaneous, miscellaneous, confusing miscellaneous, videos of people just picking their nails and just sitting behind a camera, people asking for people to buy things, people reading what people are posting. I'm really concerned. I must be a normal human being / American because I don't understand what they're providing. What I see, and this 90% of it, I'd say, 90% at least, is non-productive, non-informative, doesn't make money. Maybe for the person hosting it makes money, but the people engaging in it don't make money, and it doesn't help them a lot. Some of that is miscommunication, misinformation. People that come in the room don't even know what the subject matter is. They don't talk about the subject matter. They change the subject matter. They ramble on aimlessly. We know somebody else that does that. And they don't make sense. And then when you go in there and you want to add a few knowledgeable pieces of information, because I am going to be 61. I have been walking around the planet aware since I was 10 years up. I want to give some feedback to the younger generation. I've heard 17-year-olds on there, as soon as they come in a room, they say you don't have enough knowledge, and they boot them. They don't give them a chance to talk. That's stifling a new generation. What's going to happen is they become spiteful, they become secluded, they have self-image issues, and then they don't know how to communicate with others because you just choked them off. I've seen 18-year-olds come in and want to share information. They'll ask specific questions, right? And then if they don't meet their specific wicket in the room that's hosting the room, which sounds like a control factor issue to me, they boot them. They don't even give them a chance to listen to what they got to say. They let some people come in there and they just ramble on aimlessly with no point. Doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't even make sense to the normal person. And they allow that person to ramble on. And then somebody with common sense, factuals, that wants to correct things or educate them and give them opinion why we're at where we're at, what we're doing in life in America. They stifle them, criticize them, call them names, and then they boot them and they block them. And then they laugh about it and pick on them. It's like a big, giant bully fest of people that were probably bullied, were feeling secure of themselves, and now feel like they have control over it. And they're going to do it with people that have powerful stature, an opinion, facts, knowledge, experience, which always overweigh your knowledge. Experience will always outweigh your knowledge. See, they work together. Knowledge and experience go together. If you don't have experience, you can display knowledge, but you have no factual experience to support the knowledge, then it becomes irrelevant. So I listen to these people, and then I listen to other people that want to gaslight other people and got all these other people believing. It's like they're all chickens following the mother hen. It goes back to Stalin and the chicken story. If you don't understand, go look it up. I also talk about the flea story. If you don't understand the flea story, go look it up. I'll give you another thing. Universe 25, rat and mouse study and testing. That's where we're at in the U.S. If you look at the 1943s and the 1960s when I did rat and mouse testing called Universe 25 or the rat or mouse utopia, you'll look at where the human population is now in the world compared to how the rat and mice situation worked out, and you'll understand the comparison. But see, you can't explain this to anybody when they're in the room and you want to talk about abortion, or you want to talk about politics, or you want to talk about the president, or you want to talk about a little bit of the transgender stuff that I'm kind of grip with. I kind of understand it. I'm trying to understand it, but it's hard to grip it. But see, when you go in there to try to understand it and ask questions, they get offended and they shut you off and they block you. So if you want people to understand what you're thinking and what you're going through, but not in you're pushing your agenda, but you don't allow yourself to educate them, then how do you expect them to learn to understand you? You understand what I'm saying? You got to teach the people that don't understand and make them realize and understand what you're saying and why you are where you are. But if you don't allow them time because you call them douchebags or maggots or there's some pretty nasty words, right? And then you kick them out and block them. Well, your cause does not gain people because you think being nasty or gaslighting people and saying horrific, nasty things are not going to pull the people in to think the way you are. Does it make sense? The mind doesn't work that way. So if you're loud, obnoxious, nasty, swearing, cussing, and I hear a lot of it, you go look at these TikTok rooms and they're full of it and they go nowhere and they're brutal. And some of them will say shit. I not even thought, I could say, I saying shit in this format is not the same way as go eat my shit, the way they tell you in these rooms. And the douchebag and the other effing comments. And I can, some of the words, I don't even know where they made them up, I'll be honest with you. I don't understand the TikTok mentality, but it's like it's opened the insane asylum. The insane asylum. It's like they opened the door, and these people that really need to be medicated, they may be already medicated, are in these rooms hosting them. Realistically, they suffer from a lot of bipolar, manic depression, insecurity mess. I'm not even a psychiatrist. I'm just thinking, wow, this is really nuts. They don't look for real facts. They regurgitate tabloid stuff. It's like the tabloid world is now the real news, and the real news is tabloidish. I don't understand it. I'm very confused. I don't think I'm diseased. I think I'm very level-headed. I help people. I volunteer. I repair things. I charge them, but I charge them reasonable rates so they can afford it. I don't live above my needs. I'm common sense. I fact-check things. I'm a realist. I don't go one side or the other. I want to hear your story. I want to understand your mindset. But it's confusing, and it doesn't taste well, and it doesn't look well, and you're not going to win over people to believe in your abortion, illegal immigration, inflation, politics between which president you want and don't want, and why, when some have facts on others, and others don't even want to listen to facts. They just pure regurgitate bullshit. And I can go on and on some of these topic lines. It's mind-boggling. I don't sit here and pretend I know it all, but I'm telling you, as a human being, you have to be rational. You have to shut your mouth and listen. You have to learn from others. And if you want somebody to believe in what you're passionately believe in, just talking in a live chat room or talking in a video and being nasty and sarcastic and nasty to people and ugly towards one side or another, it's not going to win the battle that your mind thinks it's working on, right? Your mind thinks it's going to win that with a mom and pops, but yet you're gaslighting Pops and you're loving Mom, but Pops is the one's going to pay you. It's not working, people. I'm telling you, and I'm going to figure out how to post this one because this is a weird coffee shop talk. I've been dwelling on this emotionally because I'm a very passionate, loving human being, and I care for others' rights and beliefs and their race and where they're from. And I've worked in my whole career, 44 years now. I've worked with every walk of life you can imagine for almost every different little country. I traveled with the military. I've seen other countries. I've lived through many presidents. I never lived through war. I lived through the Cold War, which really wasn't a battle of the war. 9/11 bullshit. I saw other human beings die. I didn't get to serve and do all that with them. But one thing I've learned is being a leader, and the military's taught me, is everybody has an equal voice. Everybody has equal rights. Everybody has equal color. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. You're all human being. And being nasty and robust and dirty to each other and thinking that you're getting other people to believe in what you want to believe in is not working. You need to stop. You need to self-correct yourself. And I don't know who I'm going to touch or who I'm going to help, but you need to reel your emotions back in. You need to get a grip on yourself, and you need to stop being controlling, turning off the sites, kicking people out, calling them names, and just being pathetically sick in what you're doing. It's pathetically sick. I can't believe the people that are in a live chat or on TikTok doing their picture actually work around other people in close proximity. There's no freaking way. If I had people like that when I worked on the submarine, we would have never operated that submarine from what I can see online. I mean, I get it. I'm 60. I get it. I've been in this single-eyes workforce and behind a secure gate with everybody having their emotions in check and their politics in check and their beliefs in check and their racism in check. I get it, all in check. But what I see on the internet that people are willing to discuss with their face and their voice is recognizable, don't think you can hide. Your voice is specific. Your friends, your colleagues, whoever you work with, and you act like that and you have that outrageous, nasty mouth to people and you discuss and you don't think there's no check and balances on you, you're wrong. If you don't believe in God, that's your choice. But create an atheist site and telling people that believe in God they're wrong, that's like me telling you because you're atheist you're wrong. But you want me to believe in why you think being an atheist is okay or whatever religion you pick on. I'm just using examples, people. You can't take other people and shut them down and not listen to their side of their thoughts. People have hope and they grip to things and they hold on to things because it's the way they were trained from a child. If you don't understand childhood development in the brain from birth to 5 years old, from 5 years old to 10 years old, from 10 to 15, it goes in 5-year increments. Who you are and your character changes throughout your growth. And your final product, in my belief, is when you turn 18, right, and you're considered an adult, that 17 years of building you from birth to 18 is fragile, has to be guided, has to be protected, and has to be nurtured. And if it ain't done right, and from what I can see on these on this social media, it's completely wrong, unethical, immorally correct, fake news being spreaded. Nobody wants to fact check. Everybody knows something that somebody don't know. They know something they never experienced and walked, and then they're going to tell somebody else that's trying to explain their mindset why they think this way and do that way or how they were raised. They get shut down, isolated, encapsulated, and bullied. It's become a bully platform. It's quite disgusting, and I'm not trying to evaluate everybody. Not all of it's bad. It's just like the ones you really need to evaluate. So this is my 15-minute pitch from a man that's just, let's say, I'm not too far from being super well off. And I got where I got because people around me were treated like human beings and not like some kind of pony show on the internet. And you can just talk the way you want to talk, and you can bully and badger and beat up and shut down, lock out, isolate, and just kick them out because it's your way or the highway. That mentality is growing in America, and we're going to fail. If we were to go into war and we need to be united, And that's the mindset you got to have. Trust me, I've been overseas. I know the adversaries. And they're living on this diversion, and we got people separating and talking this way. You're on a Chinese platform that loves, and they're studying, and you're their puppet, and you're their guinea pig, and they're watching you, and they're learning the weaknesses of the human culture, the American culture, right? Just by this platform and how people react. Simplicity, just by simple fake news or stuff that don't make sense, right? Or something that just sparks your feelings. You really need a grip and take control of it. That's my pitch to you. This is Henry out. That's my coffee shop for a Wednesday. I want to wish everybody a happy Independence Day. And think about that day and go back and look it up. Maybe some of you need to learn what independence is and how we got here in America. And stop walking around on land free 18 to 30 some years old. Even I heard 40s and 50 years old, and think you freaking know it all, because I'm telling you right now, what's coming out of your mouth is garbage, and a lot of you do not know it all at all. Trust me. It really sounds very ignorant, and you're not winning people over to believe in what you're striving for. You're just rambling on and ramble on. All right, have a good day. Talk to you later. Henry out.